Hey everybody, good morning. It is June 29th, and Saturn, the planet that rules everything in reality, Saturn is the bottom line. A friend of mine used to say Saturn always wins. So Saturn is stationing, which means it's stopping in the sky, and it's going to move retrograde. So that happens today at 3:07 p.m. That's Eastern Daylight Time, 3 hours earlier in Pacific Daylight Time, and 4 hours later in Greenwich Mean Time. So Saturn does this every year, so don't freak out. There's a lot of disaster meme, phishing, click this, disaster headlines. It does this every year, and it's going to be retrograde for 140 days till November the 15th. So during that time, especially, it's very important now with Saturn in Pisces, because it hasn't been in Pisces since the early 90s. You got to remember, so if you're born after 1996, you don't know what it feels like to have Saturn in Pisces. You've never experienced it before. So all retrogrades are good things. RX, the symbol for retrograde is a big capital R and a little X, and that's the same symbol as physicians use for prescriptions. So to me, it has to do with good medicine. So we can't keep going out, on. That's the very masculine, testosterone-driven, corporate, consumer society is go, 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 right? We need to stop. We need to sleep. We need to reflect, we need to integrate, we need to digest. So that's what all retrograde times are about. Stopping, turning in, winding back the clock, reviewing. Everybody has to do this. It's just a natural cycle. So this is kind of like an in-breath. We're always going out. You got to breathe in, okay? So Saturn in Pisces is a little bit of a conundrum because Saturn rules two signs. It rules Capricorn. Most people know that. That's the modern rulership. And it also rules Aquarius in traditional astrology. And I like to use both. So every planet, except for the sun and the moon, which are not planets, rule two signs. So Saturn right now is influencing Pluto, which is about to return to Capricorn, September the 1st. And it's governing all Pisces people. So at 19 plus degrees, if you have any planets, your rising sign nodes, whatever you have there in your natal chart at 19 degrees, or let's say 15 to 20 degrees Pisces, then you will definitely feel this backward station more than the general population. But everybody's going to feel it because everybody has Pisces somewhere in their chart, even if you don't have any planets there. So also all of the mutable signs. Pisces is what's called a mutable, adaptable sign. So if you are a Gemini and you have planets from 15 to 20, or if you're a Virgo and you have any planets at 15 to 20, and if you're a Sagittarius and you have any planets at 15 to 20, you will definitely feel this turnabout. And it's heavy. Saturn is traditionally the planet of depression, of maturity, of testing, obstacles, karma. Saturn in the most karmic sign is like the double karmic, pay your debts now. And Pisces rules debt. It rules illusion. It rules projections. It rules Neptune, the modern ruler of Pisces, has been in that sign since 2011. It's hard to remember a different reality because Pisces is the dream world. It is the projecting world. It's the imaginal world. So what is real and what isn't? Nobody really knows anymore. And if AI is going to change history, then the old people, the elders, which is what Saturn represents, are going to be the ones you want to pay attention to because they remember, they lived it, if they haven't had their memories wiped. Just kidding. So Saturn, you want to take stock of the road you've traveled. Okay, this is the end of a 28, 29, 30-year cycle. So for people having their Saturn returns, it's a big deal. It's also a collective ending. Saturn is going to enter Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, in 2026, along with Neptune. And so the collective needing to complete cycles, to pay back your karmic debts, to take responsibility for your addictions. And everybody's addicted these days to one thing or another, pretty much, whether it's the media or drugs or working out or being, I'm better than you are, whatever that is, putting down other people. That's a kind of addiction. So Pisces also rules jails, it rules institutions, it rules psychedelic drugs, it rules Hollywood, it rules glamour, debt, viruses, things that are invisible, intangible. So it's a great time to do dream work. And I'm going to launch a course because it does go on for 140 days. 120 days sounds good. We're going to work with our dreams. We're really going to go deep into the dream world, more in the traditional sense of my favorite psychologist, James Hillman, and work with the images from an archetypal level, which really fits with the tarot and with astrology. So we're going to do both of that. And so Saturn represents father issues, represents the patriarchy, represents again the bones, your ancestors, so what you have in your DNA. So it could be time to pay attention and to be grateful. Pisces is gratitude, it's charity, it's compassion, it's endings, it's letting go, it's surrender. It's like, in AA you give it up to God. In the tarot it is like the hangman, the number 12 in the hangman. Which is not technically associated with Pisces, but it's very much a Piscean, or Christ, that's Pisces. The Christian symbol of what Christ represents, those beautiful Christian teachings of turning the other cheek and forgiving, and, those who have no sin cast the first stone, very wise to remember that. Not literal, orthodoxy necessarily, right? So Pisces rules spirituality, not organized religion. Saturn would be organized religion. So that's all going to change big time in the next while. So take stock of that. Now, of course, if you are a Pisces and you have Pisces rising, then Saturn is in your first house. Saturn is going to retrograde back till November the 15th, where it'll be at 12 degrees of Pisces. So really, let's expand that to 10 to 20 degrees Pisces, or again, the other mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius. So take stock, take notes, start to work with your dreams. I worked with people with dreams. I ran dream groups since like 93. That's 30 years ago. So it's time to start it up again, and to integrate old dreams and to rewrite them and to reimagine them and to use expressive arts therapy. That's very much a Pisces thing, and it is it's not talk therapy, which is sort of falling out of fashion. It is, you can use movement, you can use art, you can use singing, voice, whatever you want to do that. So if you want to get in touch with me, I'm at tarot.com. Again, if you're in Aries, then Saturn in Pisces is in your 12th house archetypally, right? So again, really working through the storehouse of the memories. If you're a Taurus, then Saturn in Pisces is, let's count it off. Taurus is your first house, right? Taurus rising, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces is in your 11th house. Okay, so we move backwards. So Taurus, Pisces in your 11th house has to do with revolution and organizing and management, networking. If you're a Gemini, then Saturn in Pisces is also squaring your sign. So it's in your 10th house. So for Geminis, you have to step up what's been holding you back in your career. What are you projecting in your career? What do you want to create in the world? What did you come here to do? Saturn is karma. Pisces is your soul's mission. If you're a Cancer, again, water, you're getting a water trine. So it's very emotional, very sensitive, very much over the top. Saturn has been stationing at 19 Pisces since June the 5th or the 6th. So I've been feeling this energy very intensely. So things can be breaking down, right? And deep, long-held shadows. This is the time to do the deep shadow work. So if you're a Cancer rising, so Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces. Saturn is in your 9th house of higher education, of truth, justice. If you have any legal matters, that's Saturn. It's legal, karmic, payback time, very, very literally. It could be even doing time, paying penitence, it's very much paying back for your debts. Learning new things, traveling, international religions. You might want to explore all the different religions because essentially they're all one, and that's what Pisces is all about. So if you're a Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces, it is in your 8th house of riches, of soul riches, of inheritance, of taxes. So you could find money or maybe have to take care of an elder, because Saturn is about respecting your elders, respecting the debts, respecting the imaginal world, respecting that resource. If you're a Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces, it's in your 7th house. So this is all about relationships, of course. Karmic relationships. People come into your life. I'm running out of room here. I am going to post later today. I'm going to Niagara on the Lake for a wedding. It is a beautiful Venus-Mars sextile today as well. So I've been a bit rushed. Things have been a bit crazy. The moon's in Aries, so I got to go. But if you want to get in touch with me, I'm at tarot.com. I will complete the little mini horoscopes I'm doing on the fly here. Okay? Sending you many blessings. Pay attention to your dreams and get in touch with me.